Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be learning about break statement, continuous statement, past statement, and written statement. So let's continue with our break, continue, and past statement. So today, first of all, let's say what is past statement. So the break state, I'll be continuing with the break statement. So the break statement terminates the loop containing it. So control of the program flows through the statement immediately after the body of the loop. So if the break statement is inside a nested loop, then loop inside another loop, the break statement will terminate the innermost loop. So the syntax of the break statement is, so let me recall that break statement and syntax is break. So this is the syntax of a break statement. So let me make it like this so that it would not get into the question. So to understand it very clearly, let me take an example. Let's say that if I equals to 0 and while loop is being executed, that while I is in range of 5 and if, now I will be using if statement also, if I equals to 3, then I would say print, and in bracket I'll be taking it as executing let's say executing break break executing break to the statement. Okay, executing break, and I would say as statement in the next statement, and break in break statement, break break statement in in the next statement and and the flow and the flow of execution is being being I would say comma, and it will end equals to space. So once this statement is executed, now going into another statement, let me take you back here, and I'll be printing break. So once you break the statement, now let's print I. Obviously we will be printing I value, and I would say that I plus 1, I should be I plus 1 equals to 1. So let's first of all clear the terminal, and now I'll be executing the command. So here we get 0, 1, 2. So where is I is equals to 3, then when we are shifting it to the here, then it will be giving us the break statement, that executing break statement in the next statement, a end flow, the execution is being created. So we'll get the answer is 0, 1, 2, which is like equal to 3. We will not get we'll be using -1 for the if statement, and when while is I is greater less than 5 and I is equals to 0, hence all the situations have been created, and where we take the break because I should be equal to 3 or less than 3. So the break statement was integrated. So now I'll be taking another question for you guys, and let's say I'll be taking it as, let's say, control A, for statement for I in range 1 comma 5, and range if statement is created if I equals to 3, then I'll say break the statement, or I will be going with else print I comma to space. So let's print it, and first let me clear the terminal for you guys, and now I'll be printing. So once you create, you will be getting the answer as 1, 2. In the above codes, when the value of I will be equal to 3. So when the value of I will be equal to 3, then we are performing a break. So the control will come out of the loop. So here is the range is between 1 to 5, and when I is equal to 3, then the break statement will be executed. And once the break statement is executed, we will be getting out of the loop. So this is how we'll be printing the value as 1, 2, because we are using the break statement. So it will not continue over and again and again. So now let's take another question also for you guys to understand it more clearly. If I say again, then for I in, I would say range, from 1 comma 5, taking it again for you guys. And if I say if, sorry, okay, if I say I equals to, this time we are saying that equals to 5. So now when it is equals to 5, then we will be using the break statement, or else we will be going with print I. So once I print, then let's end it with also a space, comma, and because I love to end it with a space, so I'm generally using it, or else you cannot even use that, doesn't sound however you want it. So now let's print. So you'll be getting as 1, 2, 3, 4. So in the above code snippet, the start value is 1, and the value of value and the end value is 5. So the loop will execute and start to end with -1, and if the condition is not going to true, so it will print 1, 2, 3, 4 as output. So once the I started from 1, then it will be printing 1, 2, 3, 4. But when it comes to 5, it will break the statement. And once the statement is broken, then the we will come out of the loop, and hence it will print the output before the 5. So this is how we'll be using the break statement in our code snippet. Now comes to the another topic, that is content. So what we are taking about is, so what is continuous statement? So the continuous statement in Python returns the control. The continuous statement rejects statements in the current. I move the control back to the top of the loop. So the continuous statement can be used in both while and as well as for loop. So now let me look forward for the syntax. So in syntax, we'll be directly using as continue. So this is the syntax of the break continue statement, and let me make it more clear to you by using one of the example in the continue statement. So once you are running the continue statement, so I would like to say, go with an example, that is, if I equals to 0, then in while loop, because it can work with both while loop as well as the what we say, for loop. So once the while loop is executed, if I say if I equals to 3 semicolon, and I plus plus 1 equals to 1, then I would be going with continue statement, or else then I'll be printing I, and I should be between I equals to plus plus equals to 1. So once I put this into the while continue statement, then it will be, let's see what answer we get. So once I executed it, I will get the answer 0, 1, 2, 4. So once it reach at I equal to 3, it will not break the statement. It will continue the statement to use both continue the statement and control to the beginning of the while loop. So the continue statement will reject all the remaining statements in the current iteration of the loop and move to the control back to the top of the loop. So once what happens, when the continue statement was executed, when I is less than 5 and I plus 1 equals to 1, so when 0 is executed, it shows 0, then 1 was executed, it shows 1, 2, and when it comes to I equal to 3, then it again get back to the loop. So once it continue back to the loop, then it execute the another variable of the statement, that is 4. So this is how we will be using the continuous statement. And let me go with another example to make it more clear to you guys. And if I say that for I in range, I would say 1, let's say 1 comma 11, and if I is divided by 2 equals to 0, then we'll be using continue statement, continue, then, or we'll be using else. sorry, no, we'll not going with this equation. I'd say that I I equals to let's say 6, and now we'll use a continuous statement. Then I would say just that or continue, and then uh, else print I. So once I execute it, let's see what we get. So yes, for I in range 1 to 11, for I equals to 6, then we will be using continuous statement. So it will be giving us as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see that before 5, the statement was continuing and the loop was executed correctly. But when it comes to I equals to 6, then the statement was break and the continue command was executed and the command was given back to the loop. So once it get back to the loop, then it will be printing us the another command that was 7, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, which will be using the -1 statements. So in the above code, the value of I will be equal to 6. Then we are performing a continue, means no operation, and control will go back to the loop. So here is the continuous statement is used. For to make it more clear to you guys, I'll be using one more statement, problem statement. So again, going for another problem statement, if I say I equals to 0 while, sorry, while I is less than 5, then I'll be going if statement, I say I equals to not 2, and I would say continue. Continuous statement is executed. So once the continue is executed, then I would say else, because I'm using if command, so I will be using else also, and I would say that print I. So I, and I will be going with comma, and let's say and equals to, let's give it space. So once I run this command, before run this command, let me clear the terminal. So once the terminal is clear and execute the code, okay. I hope I'm getting any problem. So what we are getting is, this is the time limit error. So in the above code snippet, when the value of I will be equal to 2, then we are performing a continue but not incrementing the value of I. So it will be equal to 2 again, which will result in a runtime error. So once it execute a runtime error, it will be continuously continuing the loop, and the loop will be going again and again, again and again, again and again, again and again. And so this is how the loop will be continually working and going into the runtime error. So let's stop it. Okay. So once let's stop. And okay. So to stop, I'll be using that. Let's say, okay. Okay. So now once you have closed the terminal, it will automatically being executed. So next question I'll be taking with you guys is, let's say I equals to, sorry, I equals to 0, and I'll be saying that while I is less than 5, and we will say if I equals to, again I will be taking 2, and in this code I'll be using I plus plus 1 plus equals to 1, and continue statement, or I'll be going with else print I. So and I should be plus equals to 1. So now while running this command, okay, so he will be getting as 0 1 3 4. So in this question, when we are running this command, the code will print 0 1 3 4 when I is 2. Listen me carefully. When I is equal to 2, the continuous statement skip the print function and increments I to 3, thereby bypassing printing for that iteration. So here what happens is, which is now clear to everyone, that when it comes to I equals to equal to 2, then the continue statement was executed and it skips I equals to 2 and bring the command back to the loop. And once the command was executed back to the loop, it further prints the next values which were less than 5 and greater than 2. So this is how 0, 1, 3, 4 was given as the output. So that's all for today's video. I hope you learn about the break statement and conditional statements. So thank you so much. See you in the next lecture. Thank you. Bye bye.